Did you grow up in a good family? Like on paper, nothing was wrong. Everything was fine. But sometimes when people talk about Desi parenting, Desi families around you, you just feel that weird ache in your chest, that heavy feeling that you just can't explain. If that's so, this video is definitely for you. See, not all stories start with once upon a time. Some start at a silent dinner table where everyone's low-key hoping everything is fine. Or in a childhood bedroom where the words that weren't said still feel louder than what was. And this is one of those stories. And very honestly, this one might hit a little too close to home. So just in case if you feel overwhelmed by stuff around Desi parenting, emotional hurt, or family dynamics, you might want to take a breath and pause for a little while. But maybe, just maybe, this one video is what your inner child has been waiting for someone to finally say out loud. Maybe this is what you want to hear. This is where you get your answers. Hi, I'm Janvi, and let's get curious. If you ever feel like you were raised with a secret rulebook of a sort, like nothing was written down per se, but everyone knew the rules, that is what we need to talk about. Because it was like learning a language just by watching. And psychology actually has a name for this. It is called the display rules. Basically, the unspoken guidelines that told us how we're allowed to show emotion. These display rules were things like, don't talk back, elders are always right. Don't say I love you, you show it with a plate of food. You don't say it, just make sure everyone's eaten. And do not cry in front of others. Do not. And through all of these, we were taught respect through silence, love through action. But what we really learned was how to look like we're fine without actually feeling safe and grounded, or ever learning how to feel safe and grounded. And because of this, we became expert emotional translators. We got so good at reading a room, we knew exactly when to be quiet, when to distract, when to fix things before they even broke. We became the peacemakers. But somewhere along the way, we forgot how to feel that peace in ourselves. And there's an interesting theory, the attachment theory, developed by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, that lays the foundation for all of this. That basically explains that the early emotional connections that we develop with our parents influence and shape the rest of the relationships that we develop our entire lives. And let's be honest, in a lot of Desi households, not just our generation, for a lot of generations, love was never just love. It came with traditions, expectations, and even the fear of being misunderstood for some reason. And that's not your fault. It's not about putting blame either. It's just about understanding that you just adjusted to the emotional climate that you were raised in. But where do we feel stuck, Janvi? Okay, so a lot of us had caregivers who actually loved us, really loved us, but in their own way, and didn't know exactly how to connect with us the way we needed. Or if in some cases they did know how to do it, they were probably not feeling safe to do it, they were probably not in the right environment to do it, whatever reasons they can account for it. And that mix of love and gaps is exactly what's confusing, even if no one probably meant for it to be. So maybe now you just get uncomfortable when someone praises you, or you overthink before asking for help, or you're the one who needs constant reassurance, or probably you're the one who shuts down and pushes people away. Be honest, you ticked at least one of the boxes here, didn't you? Alright, so let's walk through this together. We can hold two truths at once. We can believe that yes, they probably did the best they could with the tools they had, and for that we can be truly grateful. And at the same time, we can also believe that sometimes they did have more awareness, they did have more resources, but they didn't feel safe enough, or they didn't know how to choose differently. Both are true, and both can live in you. This is not about blaming anyone, or this is not about a rebellion. It's basically about emotional clarity that you need. It's okay to grieve something that wasn't there. Grieving is part of recovery. It is not disrespectful. Okay, so what do we do with all this information now? We start small. We set the boundary, even if our voice shakes. We pause before people pleasing and ask ourselves,
what would I do if I wasn't afraid of being rejected?
what would I choose? And we stop calling stress response or freeze modes our personality. Oh my God, please learn the difference. And for that, I recommend each and every one who's watching this, please go to therapy if you can. Please access therapy if you can. It is very important that you process all of these emotions with a mental health professional as well. Like, it's perfectly fine to do it yourself as much as you can, and as you should. You should take your time to breathe through it. You should take your time to understand and accept what happened and how you need to move on. You need to move forward. But it's equally important to get the help if you need. Do not hesitate from getting professional help. It is perfectly fine. You're very strong to even try to understand why it happened, what to do now. Okay? Please remember that. Because here's the bigger picture. We cannot change generational patterns like that. Right? We cannot change them in a day or two, but we can choose what to carry forward, right? And every single small change that you make shapes the way your next generation learns how to love. So do it for you and do it for them. So if this hit home for you, do me some favor. Like this video, share it to anyone who might need to hear this. And also drop in the comments one thing that you wish your younger self had understood about your Desi family. Let's just gather together and talk about it finally. Stay curious, stay aware, take gentle care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.